gaming, so I quit cold turkey, and but I missed it, and I wanted to find a creative outlet to kind of fill my time, because as an actor I don't work every single day, and I thought of writing a half-hour pilot called The Guild, and I did that. I wrote it for TV first, and then my co-producer Kim Evie read it and said we should do this for the web.
I suggested, like, why don't you put this online where the people who play this game live, and it worked.
I knew that a series about video games on the internet would play well because that's where people who play video games tend to be, online, right? So it makes logical sense to me that they would want to watch a series about themselves.
When I first started, I was just kind of, oh, you know, web series. Wasn't really telling anyone about it, just kind of did my thing, and then all of a sudden people started coming to me and asking me about it, so it's really surprising. It's really great.
People will walk up to me and start quoting my lines to me. And I'm like, yeah, I said that. It's awesome.
The writing was so good that it caught on, and it's got a big audience now, yeah.
So we're actually shooting season 3 at this very moment. In fact, we gotta keep it down because they're rolling cameras.
I think for season 3, all of the questions will be answered from season 2, but I can't reveal which ones.
It's just going to get bigger and bigger. I'm excited about it.
This set, Felicia's house, is, I think, 10 different locations.
As you can see, we shoot a lot at my own house, and this is my garden, which is the only place we haven't shot yet. Oh wait, I'm sorry, we did shoot in season 2, the wedding scene. We shot right over there, so I can't say that. We've literally shot in every single square inch of my house. One of the rooms, Tink's room, we're using for a couple different sets. So we have to redress that, and we have a production designer to make it look like it's a different location entirely. You'd be surprised, like, what the magic of editing and camera angles will do to, like, really extend and be able to make it so we can shoot the show. Because at the end of the day, we're on a very low budget.
Is there a script? I didn't even know. No. We mostly just get drunk, and then whatever comes out, I think. No, it's 90% scripted, I'd say, and 10% improvised. We always give Felicia what she wants because she's a tyrant, and we're scared of her.
We've all become really kind of close and friends, and it's cheesy to say, I know, but we do. I mean, we get along, and it's a lot of fun.
I'm totally hitting BlizzCon this year. I mean, just the reception we get there is so intense.
Last year I did stand-up as Vork, and I was not told that it was going to be that many people.
Do you know what World of Warcraft and my old high school have in common? You start out very weak and get beaten up every day. And then you go away, get a nice sword, come back, and kill everybody.
It was a little nerve-wracking, but once I got out there, everybody was really supportive, and the audience recognized me, so it was fun.
The cool thing is we're going to be screening, episode 1 of season 3 early at the convention, and have our music video that we did, which is very cool, completely like we haven't done before. So it'll be really fun. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to sneaking in the Diablo 3 line as well again this year.
That was behind the scenes of the Guild, and now joining us here live on DirecTV is the creator of the Guild, Felicia Day. Felicia, great to have you here at BlizzCon Live.
Thank you.
Did you finally get to play Diablo 3?
I've been playing a lot of Diablo 3, actually.
Did you get to sneak in the line, right?
I do. I'm sorry.
One of the perks you get, right?
But you know, I don't feel guilty because it's so much fun. I've cleared all the content that they have here 6 times, I think.
Did you play as the new monk class?
Well, I was actually playing when they were doing the announcement, and they were like, "Oh, log out and log in. You can play the monk."
They flipped the switch, and then you played monk.
They flipped the switch, and I was one of the first people to play it, I guess.
Awesome.
So yeah, it was pretty awesome.
You are a hardcore Blizzard fan. Now let's talk about the Guild. You guys have a booth here. The whole cast is here. Everyone's getting a chance to get autographs with you guys, spend time with you guys, and it's perfect timing because season 3 of the Guild is coming on Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm. Tuesday, the first episode premieres on Xbox, and then the week after that it'll be on MSN and Zune. So excellent. It's pretty cool. I'm excited. We worked really hard to make this season bigger and better, and almost bigger to the point of breaking point.
Really?
But it's good, and I think people are going to really enjoy it.
Can you give us any teases as to what's going to happen with the story this season?
You know, I think everything just sort of builds on the cliffhanger to season 2.
Right.
Sort of fracturing in the guild, and we introduced some new characters this season.
A rival guild, right?
Rival guild. So I'm really excited. It was fun to be able to create new characters and add them to the roster.
What has the fan response been to the panel? You guys had a panel yesterday where you screened the first episode exclusively from BlizzCon and showed a trailer, which we're going to show in a couple minutes here. What did the fans tell you about the new season? Are they excited about it?
They seem really excited. I mean, this is like the best fan base you can have in the world. I mean, the show has been literally built by fans. Like first with PayPal, and then just every day when people link it to their friends and download it and buy our DVD, and every single step of the way, the fans are making this show. So, you know, when we showed the first episode, there was a gasp when Will Wheaton was revealed to be the rival guild leader, which was exciting. It was it's such a teaser. And you know, with the music video just having come out, like people were extra excited.
Dave, my avatar, this thing is like #1 on iTunes and millions of views on YouTube already.
It's brilliantly directed. Like, I don't know who directed the thing, but it's done very well.
The director was Jed Whedon. He was one of the composers and writers of Dr. Horrible, so we had worked together before. And I had this concept to do a music video, and Xbox said, hey, go ahead and make it, because they really allow us to do what we want with the show. And I called him up. I was like, would you mind co-writing the song with me and directing? And he said, sure. And he's kind of one of the coolest people. He's kind of the kind of guy you want to go out to drinks with. So he definitely added the cool factor onto the geek that I bring.
It's a great music video, and people can watch that on YouTube now and download the song, I know, on Amazon and iTunes and everything, right?
You can download it in HD on Xbox and Zune, so it's pretty cool. You can get it anywhere. And it's the fans have made this #1 over, like, total, you know, regular label music, so it's very exciting.
Well, I bet they're going to take the new season of The Guild to #1 as well. And right now, let's take a look at the brand new trailer for The Guild Season 3. This is a world premiere, premiered here at BlizzCon, and you guys are seeing it on DirecTV for the first time anywhere. Enjoy it.
The expansion to our game is coming out. The Spires of Dragonor.
You may not have noticed, but the line forms behind us.
The #1 guild is #1 in line.
Who says you're #1? And be honest, are you naked under there?
Server stats. Axis of Anarchy rules. And yes, I am.
I've abandoned everything familiar. My thought patterns, my methodologies, my sacred time place. I'm going on the road.
We need to spend more time together.
I can do that.
It means cutting back on your game.
Is that really what that means?
Small force is but booty for one more powerful. Sun Tzu, The Art of War.
It's about the game, not each other. Dumb humans.
All right, that is Season 3 of The Guild. You guys saw it for the first time anywhere here, and on Tuesday, the full episode will come out. So there was Will as the rival guild. So tensions are mounting. That was very dramatic, Felicia.
Very dramatic music.
Yeah, he looks pretty angry. He scared me a little bit, I gotta say.
You know, he's one of those guys. Yeah, I don't want to give anything away, but he wears a kilt, which I've always been fascinated by.
Genius.
Now, and I heard a rumor that in the first episode, you guys are heading to a GameStop, and you're going to the game stores. That locations, I know sometimes you shoot a lot of this at your house and other locations around LA, but you guys are now going to malls. You're all over the place.
Yeah, I definitely was not very cogent of the idea that locations cost a lot more money when I wrote this season. But it's great because, you know, we had a lot of people pulled together. We got GameStop to allow us to shoot in front of a GameStop. The first couple episodes.
That's hard to do.
Yeah, it was a lot harder than, you know, every single step of the way. This show is like, let's learn how to do this because that's what we want to do, and we just need to get people to help us make it. So we have a lot more exterior shots, as you can see, and a lot more characters, and it was very ambitious, but I think we definitely pulled it off.
More special effects. We get big special effects at the end of Season 2, right?
Yes, there were. We definitely got those donated by a friend of ours in San Francisco. So yeah, every step of the way, people are helping us make it. So it's just very, it's honoring that people want to help
help us make our show.
Now, you had to do all of, season 3. You had to write that, produce that, edit that. So that's all shot now, and you guys have a whole season that'll roll out kind of week after week in the fall?
Yeah, so when we do pre-production, when I have the script kind of done, and I keep rewriting it before we shoot it because I really want it to be as funny as possible.
Right.
And then, we shoot it, which is stressful. We shot the music video smack in the middle of production. So that was, and then we immediately go into post-production. So we're editing episode 4 now, and we just roll them in as we finish.
Wow.
And then after that, I need to write the Guild comic with Dark Horse. So.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You just announced that at Comic-Con, correct?
Yeah, we did. It's very exciting. So.
A little bit of everything. All right, well, let's go to Twitter, a place that you know well. Felicia, you were at E3 unveiling Twitter on Xbox, and now we got Twitter questions for you. First one comes from Take What. Says, how many episodes of Dollhouse will Felicia be in? As people know, you were in an episode of Dollhouse, which didn't air on Fox. It was on the DVD. I think it's #1 on iTunes as well.
Yeah.
Lots of excitement around that. Dollhouse is back for a new season on Fox. Are you going to be in the new season at all? Do you know yet?
I am going to be in the new season.
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah, so I can't say how many episodes I would be in, but we'll be continuing sort of some of the future stuff that happened in that 13th episode.
Okay.
So,
Will that be at the beginning of the season, or do you know when you're going to come into the show?
I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay.
I'm very careful. Josh would kill me.
But you're allowed to say you're in there. So
I am allowed to
tune
say
in
that
for the
because
new
he already
season.
said it. I'm a very good girl.
All right, well, that's a good thing to do. Now let's go to the next question here. This one comes from Violent Joker. Says, will we see Felicia maybe in Warcraft the movie? Would you like to potentially be in the Warcraft movie? Sam Raimi's directing it.
That'd be awesome.
A little ways away.
I kind of like to be a gnome. I don't know. It would be funny. I'd be a good gnome,
You
right?
would be a good gnome.
I could do the dance.
Hey, put on
I
the
think if they're
Avatar
watching right
costume,
now,
do the
you
whole
guys
thing.
need to consider her. Make sure that happens.
I had the cone hair.
Exactly. Sam Raimi, if you're watching,
Please,
put Felicia
think
in
of
the
me
movie.
as a gnome. Pink hair,
All right,
please.
you want to do another Twitter question here, Kat?
Sure. Any word on a Dr. Horrible sequel? That comes from Grabnose.
Yes, I know that Joss has said that he's working, they have a story they're working on. They're in production on Dollhouse. Like I said, Jed and Marissa, who's a backup dancer in the video.
Right.
Music video. They're both writers on Dollhouse. And
Okay.
so after they finish the season of Dollhouse, I know it's like first priority with them to get that going. So
It feels like a very close little circle of projects that you work in. Everyone's very interconnected.
it is. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of people working outside the system in a lot of ways. Like Dr. Horrible is completely made by, fan support and out of Joss's own pocket. So
Yeah.
it's kind of similar. And it is more gratifying to me to have people directly funding and supporting a show. I think I'm very proud of it.
Have you already finished writing season 3? Do you know how it's going to end?
Yeah, so we shot season 3 like a movie, and I wrote it like a movie. So it was 100 and something pages. It was a long script, and it's in order to be able to shoot it all at once financially, as well as just knowing where the character arcs go and having it feel like a whole thing. So yeah, it's all done. It's all in a can, thank goodness.
All right, well, let's go back to some more Twitter questions here for you, Felicia. People are tweeting like crazy here. Felicia, this question comes from Jeff Tuck. He says, do you think the Guild will ever get on TV or maybe make a Guild movie? Is that part of your aspiration for the Guild?
I haven't been approached by it, but I wouldn't rule it out. I really like the format. We've invented it. There's not a lot, I've been inventing everything as I go along, and the format as well. The TV show would be a lot more. I'm the only one who writes the episodes. I get great notes, but on a TV show, you have like a staff of like 7 to 14 writers, and you have a crew of hundreds sometimes. So it would definitely be a huge upgrade. I'm not opposed to it, but I'm just happy what we're doing now. I get to make another season, which is great.
And you get to be on Dollhouse. You're doing everything. All right, well, Felicia, one thing you did for us, which is very special, is you guys put together a bit of a spoof episode of The Guild, which we're going to take a look at now. Another exclusive. You're bringing them all to us here on DirecTV. So here's a spoof episode of The Guild. If you remember BlizzCon from last year, this may be familiar to you. Check it out.
Codex, I'm meaning to speak to you about my BlizzCon appearance this year. I was hoping to do a comedy magic act.
Oh no, Vork, they're sold out.
What do you mean sold out?
Meaning there are no more tickets. They're completely sold out. But you can watch it at home on DirecTV. That's cool.
But I was on DirecTV last year. Remember, you would think they would want an encore performance.
Yeah, you would think.
I assume they would want me to do it again.
No, they don't. Oh, I mean, you know, just, you know what, forget it. You can watch it at home. It's great.
You talked to them?
Okay, fine. I got an email, all right?
What does this electronic mail say?
Okay, I conveniently printed it out, and it's right here. Please extend a BlizzCon 2009 invitation to Codex, that's me, on the condition that she prevents Vork, that's you, from coming anywhere near the convention center, ever. We received multiple complaints that the DirecTV appearance last year caused agitation in all infants and all elderly, as well as some warlocks. Plus, a 47-year-old woman in Texas ate her husband.